Many are struggling right now with the question, how can we truly celebrate in light of the war, in the shadow of October 7th, in the face of so much death and destruction, so much pain and suffering? How can we dance on Simchat Torah this year, on the 1-year anniversary of the terrible attacks on our people and our country, on the first Yahrzeit of so many Kiddushim? How can we sing while so many families are mourning, while the fate of our hostages is still unknown, while our holy soldiers are out there risking their lives to protect ours? True, this year will not be easy, but as we read on Shabbat in Kohelet, Shlomo HaMelech, in his great wisdom, teaches us et livkot ve'et lischok. There's a time and place to weep and a time to laugh. Et safod ve'et rakod. There's a time to mourn and eulogize and a time to dance. The Torah commands us to rejoice, to be bisimcha, to be happy during our festivals. In fact, Sukkot is the very source of the mitzvah of Simchat Yom Tov. It's in the context of Chag HaSukkot that the Torah instructs twice, V'samachta b'chagecha and V'hayita ach sameach. Sukkot is Zman Simchatenu. It's the time of our joy. That's its very identity. That's its very essence. That joy, of course, is a product of that closeness with Hashem that we've achieved during the preceding days of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Then comes along Shmini Atzeret, Simchat Torah at the end of Sukkot. It's the culmination of this entire season. It's the height of our joy. It's the climax. But again, what if one doesn't feel like celebrating, especially in light of the current situation? How can the Torah command us to rejoice? How can the Torah require us to be happy? How can the Torah govern our emotions? I think the real underlying question is, what is simcha? What is joy or happiness in Judaism? According to the Rav, Rabbi Yosef Dov Halevi Soloveitchik, true simcha is standing before Hashem, basking in His presence, reveling in His glory. In a number of places, the Torah commands us, "V'samachta lifnei Hashem Elokecha, usmachtem lifnei Hashem Elokechem." You are supposed to rejoice before Hashem, your God. And yes, on a simple level, the Torah is instructing us to celebrate in Jerusalem, in the Beit HaMikdash, lifnei Hashem, before God. But as the Rav explained, there's a much deeper meaning here, and it goes to the very core of what Simchat Yom Tov is, and what true joy is. True joy is being lifnei Hashem, standing in Hashem's presence, that awareness, that closeness. And the Rav drew upon the Gemara in Moed Katan and Daf Yudalid, where the Gemara instructs one who is in mourning prior to the holiday, Ate aseh derabim v'dache aseh diachid. The positive commandment upon the tzibur, upon the rabbim, upon the community comes along and pushes off the individual's obligation to mourn. Again, how can the Torah govern emotions? How can the Torah tell us how to feel? But then the Gemara continues, and later it makes a comparison with the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, who never mourns, and explains that for him, for the Kohen Gadol, the whole year is like a festival. Why? Explained Rav Soloveitchik, because he is constantly lifnei Hashem. He's constantly in God's presence. He's constantly standing before God. He's constantly conscious and aware of that. And so yes, this year is different. This year will be difficult, challenging. But I think one way we can muster up the joy to sing and dance this Simchat Torah is with this awareness, this consciousness, that true Simcha is being lifnei Hashem, in Hashem's presence, basking in His glory, in His splendor. Wishing you all a Chag Sameach from Yerushalayim. May it really be Sameach.